We are down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida with Win the Storm 2023. Today I have a very special guest, Mr. Yilbert with United Roofing. He is the president, CEO, owner, head man in charge, whatever you want to call it, the big cheese. So Yilbert, tell me a little about it. I mean, we spoke for a couple of minutes before we talked. I told you how, I just got out of the car business for 20 years. And you're like, man, I was in the car business too, just a different side. So, man, tell me a little bit about yourself, where you guys from, how you got the business started, and let's go.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Nick, for inviting me to the podcast.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming, man. I appreciate that.
Great job over here.
Thank you.
And all that.
Awesome.
I got started. I was in the car business, the service side of things.
Yep.
And that it's a lot of work.
Service isn't easy, man. Yeah. Look, I've done my little fair share of advisors and kind of help people and, things like that. It's not easy.
It did teach me how to deal with a lot of people, different persons and characters and all that. So that's always a
we
good
got to
thing.
think majority of the time. And again, my girlfriend's a service manager at our Ford dealership. So of course I hear the ins, the outs, the goods, the bads, the uglies, but majority of the time, like she taught me, people are upset because they have to get their car serviced. Something is broken besides an oil change.
Yeah.
If they're not coming in for an oil change, it's because something's wrong.
Right.
So you get them at their worst a lot of times,
Yeah, that's true. And, one of the things is we as a service advisor, like I was, we need to turn that customer doesn't want to be there into a happy customer.
Yeah, that old school saying, turn that frown upside down, right?
Exactly. So, but we got 7 years ago, we got into the roofing industry in Northern Virginia. My company is United Roofing and Exteriors. And
nice.
we specialize in roofing, siding, gutters, windows, insurance claims, restoration.
So it's a whole lot more than just roofing.
Oh,
so
yeah, of course.
When people here think United Roofing, they probably like, man, he only does roofs. But, man, you do siding and gutters and insurance claims, everything like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. One whole pie.
Yeah, we do that. And, one of the things we got into now is into the green energy sector, which we're doing solar also.
Nice.
And that's going to be our big thing in Virginia.
Oh, it's up and coming if it's not there already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's coming in slowly, but it's getting there.
It's all right. Slow's the speed.
Yeah,
slow is
exactly.
the speed. It's not staying still.
Exactly. We're not in a hurry. We like to do things right.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I mean?
It's do it right the first time.
Exactly. I don't
you know
want
what
to
I'm
get
saying?
twice.
Hey, you're moving better than the guy sitting on the couch. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Hey,
that's true.
I got analogies galore, man. That old saying, oatmeal beat no meal.
Right.
Something's better than nothing, brother. So I mean,
exactly.
Even though you say, look, we're moving slowly, but you're moving.
Right.
That's the great part about it. And you want it. And to anybody who's out here listening about United Roofing, these guys want to do Yilbert and his crew want to do the right thing. They're taking their time, and they want to do it the right way. Right. That's what I think is amazing. Because he said, hey, yeah, we're moving a little slow, but instead of hurry up and rush, and then he has to go back and redo it or take a chance of upsetting a customer and just all sorts of things, he wants to take his time. He wants to hear the customer, make sure that the product is good, it's right, it's finalized, it's up to his personal standards. I mean, I talked to Yilbert and this guy a few minutes before we started this podcast, and they just seem like a great guy. They want to do what's right, and they want to use that H word I've been hearing a lot around the conference today. Help. They want to help people. Right. They want to teach what's out there, because a lot of people don't even know. Like, I learned a lot yesterday. I didn't even know you had solar powered or green energy, I want to say shingles.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I was like, wait a minute. You think solar, you just think of some glasses, some glass panels on your house.
Right.
I didn't know you had a solar shingle that's out there in the market. That's just mind blowing to me.
Right.
But it's good to hear that you are taking your time. A lot of people are like, oh, they're slow. Me personally, I think it's awesome because you want to do the right thing. You want to make sure your product is golden.
Right. No, and that's when I said slow, it's not like, oh, we're dragging. But
trust me, I get what you're saying. I knew that one.
We want to make sure that we are paying attention to the type of products we're going to be providing, because at the end of the day, we're not just a contractor. We're in the people's business.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're trusted with one of the most important things that they own, which is their home.
Their home and their roof. And like I tell everybody, you have a cake.
Exactly.
And what goes on top of a cake? The icing.
Yeah.
So the roof is the icing on the cake, man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I mean, if you got a bad icing, it doesn't matter what the cake tastes like, because you're going to have a piece of icing in every bite, man. So you got to make sure that icing or that roof is golden, because that's the first line of defense for anything on your house, whether it's a tree falling, whether it's a hailstorm, whether it's a car flying over the edge or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Well, I've seen crazy things happen. It's just, I think it's awesome.
Speaking of trees, I was talking to one of your guys before I got in here. One of the questions I asked is, like, do you guys try to save a tree instead of cutting it?
We would rather, there's 3 different classifications, class 1, class 2, class 3.
Okay.
We're given facelifts, weight reductions, different things like that. And absolutely, because one of the things that Jacob's over there, but one of the things he said, if you notice what's our company name? Tree Guardian.
Right. Okay.
Not Tree Chopping USA, Tree Guardian USA.
Okay.
We would rather save and preserve trees than just chopping them all down.
Right. And I think that's amazing because, in this industry, me being for a while in storm restoration, when you get to a storm, there's not, you can't find that option. People just cutting trees, putting it down through the shipper and disappearing the tree.
Because it's the quickest way to make $1.
Exactly. Quick is not always good.
No, just like I've told everybody in the car business, I'm sure you've heard it. The best price is not always the best deal.
Right.
Period. Plain and simple. I might hit you at $15,000 for a job, and you're like, oh man, this guy's going to do it for $5,000. Well, yeah, he's going to show up in his F-150 with a chainsaw in the back, and he's going to throw a rope up, climb. Next thing you know, you got branches falling on the ground or maybe fall on your roof.
And it's a big liability.
It's a big liability.
Yeah. No, I understand. I'm never being categorized for going cheap on anything, especially on the material or quality of work that we provide on our clients.
Yeah.
We always go above and beyond.
Absolutely.
It's because one of the things United Roofing does, we warranty all our roofs for 50 years on labor, 50 years on material.
50.
50. Yes.
Not the typical 25 or 30.
No.
That I've been bred to realize back in the day.
No, we do bumper to
50
bumper.
years,
50
5-0.
years. Yeah.
A bumper to bumper. I love the car analogy. That is all. That's music to my ears right there. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Absolutely. And I feel like it's great that you guys do go above and beyond just tree service. You guys just save the trees and all that. And
look, one of the things Jacob started doing is if we have to go out to a storm and a tree is on a house,
yeah,
it will work it in the bid and the price and everything like that. But once we remove that tree safely, we'll actually put a tarp on there, a temporary tarp,
right,
till you guys can come in and fix the roof,
right? Because
we don't want to just remove the tree and then next thing you know, you got a big hole in the roof where everything's coming in. You're talking wildlife, rain, sleet, hail, more storm. Just no telling what can come inside your house. These people are vulnerable enough,
right?
So we can at least tarp it. At least for a few days till we can start getting roofers out there and you guys come do your jobs. You know, that's the one thing I like about us working together. If we show up to a house like, hey, let us cut your tree. Yes, please get the tree off my house. Now I need to find a roofer. Don't worry, ma'am. I got you.
All right.
Or the roofing gets out there and say, hey, look, let me do your roof. Yes, I'd love for you to do my roof. I like everything about it. But how are we going to remove this tree? Ma'am, I got you.
Right. Like I said again, I tell my guys this all the time. We're in the people's business.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're not just putting roofs out there. We're not just putting siding, windows, solar panels. We're dealing with humans.
Absolutely.
And we want to make sure, we meet their needs, and if they're reasonable needs, we're gonna make sure we go above and beyond.
Absolutely. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say, now with the big solar incentives that they're doing, like statewide in some different states, you guys are probably gonna be killing it soon because
talk about incentives, man. A lot of people don't know. They're like, holy crap, I gotta fork out 15-20 grand up front. I don't have that just to try to save some bills.
Yeah, so it depends a lot on the cost of energy and the state you are. Like, for example, you will think, like, I'm in Connecticut too, and you will think Connecticut is a state doesn't have much sun. It's not like Florida or Arizona or anything like
Correct.
that. It's kind of like a little dark state when it comes to sun, right? But the energy cost is huge. So when you finance a deal for 25 years, you're saving money month one because the cost of energy is so high that you can lock in the rates and you can offset their costs because they pay a lot more. You can put if you're spending $400, I'm just putting numbers out there. You're spending $400 a month and electric bill, and we can get a system there that costs you $300 a month.
You're saving money all the way around because
all day long.
I talked to a solar person yesterday, and they actually used the term, or they give me an analogy. Nick, instead of renting a house, you buy your house because eventually you're going to pay it off,
right?
And it's yours. There's no more money coming out. Well, with utilities, you're renting. You're paying that utility company. You're renting power. I have to stop for a second. I'm like, dude, I've never thought about it that way. You're so right. So he says, once you get solar panels and do the solar way, you convert. Let's say your monthly bill is $250 a month. Now for the first year. Something might be $50 a month. So that extra $200 you're saving, that goes to the bill every month.
Right.
You're not paying you're not renting.
Right.
Now you're actually buying, and now you're paying yourself back.
Or not only that, just having. I don't want to get into too much politics and things,
absolutely.
but
Yeah.
we all know that if you go to the store right now, I used to spend maybe $300 a week. Now it's like $500. I don't even, I'm not even getting all the stuff I used to get. So your money's not going as long. So what it does when you buy the power, you're locking in those rates for the next 25 years.
Correct.
And
Absolutely.
you know that electric power goes up every year by a certain percentage. The past few years, the percentage has been higher. We notice things at the gas pump and all that. So, gas pump goes up, electricity goes up, everything goes up, food goes up. So, when you're using green energy and you have solar panels, you're actually locking in your rates. You have the option of adding batteries, so you can actually have energy independence.
Okay, that's new. I didn't realize that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
okay.
of course. So there's a lot. I mean, there's actually guys here that have batteries that get charged by their solar panels. Once they're like overflow of charge, they can actually sell that extra energy back to the grid. But however, if your power goes out, instantly it just switches back into your batteries back up, and you can have 3, 4, 5 batteries. You can have 4 or 5 days before you can even notice that you have no power.
See, I keep learning something new every day. I realize how ignorant I am to the industry, just the service industry and the rapid response and everything like that. It's just there's so much out there that I was unaware of.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing to know that we don't know everything.
Exactly.
This is the reason why I take the time to come to this shows to spend time over here, because I've been in the industry for a long time and I learned a bunch of new stuff. This trip that I came over here for Florida. So
that's awesome.
You learn. I'm a learner. I believe in learning every day.
I like it.
One of the things I do know is that I don't know everything.
Yeah, one of the things I always tell my salespeople is, hey, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. That way you can listen twice as much as you talk.
That is true. I got to do a better job at that. But yeah, that is absolutely true.
Well, look, Yilbert, man, I appreciate you taking the time, come and sit with us, come and talk to us, being on our podcast. At the same point in time, if somebody wants to get a hold of you, how do they get a hold of you? Phone number, email, website, social media accounts. Give it to us, man.
So, my cell phone is 703-496-8729. That's my direct line.
Okay.
And our website is unitedroofingcontractor.com.
Plain and simple.
Yeah. It's kind of long, but, it's unitedroofingcontractor.com. Singular. I don't have to ask for contractor. It cost me like $5,000 when I started.
Oh, my gosh.
I was like, I'll keep the ask.
Yeah, right?
I'll keep it singular for now.
So, yeah, man, social media accounts that people can see what you guys do, learn more about you.
Yeah, my name is Yilbert Ortega. Yilbert Ortega on Instagram.
Okay.
United Roofing and Exteriors on YouTube.
Nice. Okay.
And that's about it. I mean,
Awesome,
Facebook.
man.
We're more, not old school when it comes to like our client base and all that, but we do a lot of work that's word of mouth. Like,
good. That's awesome, though, man.
Recommendations from other customers. So like our presence online is not huge.
Dude,
it's probably my third podcast.
Dude. Hey, to me, a referral is the highest form of a compliment somebody can give you.
Yeah,
Think about it that way.
That's my favorite.
If somebody refers somebody to you, that's a compliment. That means we did something right.
Absolutely.
Yilbert,
thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
No, thank you, guys.
All right.
I mean, hey, one last thing.
Yep.
You guys got a big truck over here. Some beautiful girls. I trust you guys.
Good. I like it, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
What's that?